Shit, boy, RP on the track.
Yo, what going on, big family? It's your dog, the Ultra Melanite, coming to you live and direct from Charleston, South Carolina, aka the Holy City. And today we are going to be discussing integration, assimilation, and culture freedom within the so-called black community. You dig what I'm saying? Because if you ask us here at the village, one of the biggest reasons of the decline of the black community is integration. I know it's tough for a lot of people to say that. We're not saying that Martin Luther King been a bad person, but he was definitely co-opted and helped within the programming of our people through the integration. Now, the assimilation portion, of course, we had no control over that because that was a result of us losing the war. When the Civil War ended, we were a fully assimilated people into their culture, which means we took their language, we took their way of life, but we still retained pieces of our culture through segregation because we were not allowed to integrate into these other communities. We weren't allowed to go eat at the white restaurants or, go to the white grocery stores and this and that. So what that did was that forced us to have our own mechanic shops, our own grocery stores. You dig what I'm saying? Within our community, we were spending money within our own community, which was a recipe for growth if you know anything, because what was happening was our people, the so-called black people, were leaving out of the community to work, to make money. They're going to work for textile plants and Coca-Cola plant and different corporations and whatnot. And when they come home, since they weren't allowed to spend the money at the white restaurants or the white grocery stores, they came home and they spent the money within the black community. What that did is make the black community grow. So back then, people worked and they spent probably 90% of their money reinvesting into their community. Whereas when you think about it, nowadays we spend 90% of our money investing in other communities. Imagine if we did what they did back then and invest 90% of our income into our own communities. We would have Black Wall Streets everywhere. See, most people are familiar with the Black Wall Street in Oklahoma or the Black Wall Street in North Carolina, but the fact of the matter is Black Wall Street's been all over the United States. During the time of segregation, black neighborhoods thrived. They were good, middle-class black neighborhoods, whereas after integration, there were none. Right now, and I know at least for where we live at, I can't speak for all of the viewers out there. I don't know about y'all area, but there is no middle-class black neighborhoods in Charleston, South Carolina. If there is, please show me one. All of the black neighborhoods have become ghettos and desolate low lands with litter and trash in the street and nobody taking care. So let's ask the question, why is that? Because when integration occurred, we started to equate success with having a house on the hill. You dig what I'm saying? So they took all of the big doctors, the lawyers, the entertainers that make millions of dollars, and they said, hey, now that you're rich, you're allowed to live on the hills with us, and move these strong figures out of the hood. They abandoned the hood. So integration, in our opinion, we can't speak for all so-called black people, but integration, in our opinion, was one of the worst things that caused the decline of the black community. You dig what I'm saying? Let us know your thoughts and comments in the section below. You dig me? Peace out. Ultra Melanite 2018, baby.